Howdy people, Gorgosaurus dude here. Today we're going to be talking about one of my friend's movie franchises or slash universe. And we're going to be talking about the Bop Productions movie timeline. So let's begin. Before we dive into the video, if you're wondering how I kind of got this timeline set up by myself, well, thanks to my friend Bop Productions, who, if you didn't know, is the creator of all these movies. So shout out to him and go subscribe and whatever. But let's dive into it. The Great Titan War. Yes, Great Titan War, which is I believe a upcoming movie for Bop Productions, like franchise or universe, let's say. We can suggest that the Great Titan War will be most likely with the Kongs or Godzillas and other kaijus that are in the Bop Productions universe. And as a matter of fact, it is the first movie of the timeline. If you're wondering, where's the I will show the picture again, even though I showed the picture earlier in the video. But yeah, there's not much known about this movie, so let's continue. The second movie of the timeline, Godzilla vs. King Kong Battle. The Godzilla vs. King Kong Battle, I believe, happened October 2nd of 2023. And funnily enough, this video was Bop Productions' first ever movie uploaded to his channel. Now, what's so, this and that about Godzilla vs. King Kong Battle Part 1? Well, Godzilla vs. King Kong Battle Part 1 is the first movie of the Bop Productions franchise, I would really say, as it really, mostly it is about kaiju brawling, but there's way more than that, actually. There's, King Kong, cool guy, we got Godzilla, we also have the end credits, Mechagodzilla, which foreshadowing might die in the upcoming movies. But let's just continue to the next one, as there's really not much as well. But there are a few things I can say. Good movie, recommend to watch. So let's move on. Let's move on to the third. The second movie of the timeline, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Part 2. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Part 2 came out. This movie came out in November 30th. Well, the events take place in November 30th of 2023. And finally enough, this is the second movie of the franchise. Well, depending who you are, you could say this is still the first movie of the franchise because it is a part 2. But hey ho. But anyways, so what are the events of this story? The events of this story is a direct part up to the events of part 1 of Godzilla vs. King Kong Battle. What happens? Well, Mechagodzilla fights Godzilla and King Kong and basically kind of ends like GVK. Sort of. I think the inspiration is from GVK. It's literally the battle of GVK. But that's pretty much it for the the movie, the end of the movie. Also, spoilers alert, in Bop Productions universe, Mechagodzilla does die, and I'm probably gonna show the footage right now. So if you haven't seen Bop Productions videos, you probably should, because he is the guy who made these movies and let me make a timeline video of it. So go subscribe to him if you can. But here's the endgame battle. Fourth movie of the timeline, Legendary Godzilla vs. Heisei Godzilla. This is actually a recent movie that Bop Productions is working on, and you could say this is a prequel or sequel, depending on where we're going on from the timeline. If you're saying this is a prequel to Heisei Godzilla versus Evil Godzilla, you are correct. But yeah, so what's the events of this movie? Well, basically it takes place right after the Godzilla versus King Kong battle. And what else happens is that Godzilla, he finds another Godzilla called Heisei Godzilla. And they basically fight in the woods. If you haven't seen Bop Productions community posts. Again, not much is known of this movie other than, it's a sequel to it's a sequel to the Godzilla vs. King Kong battle movie. And it is a prequel to Godzilla Evo vs. Heisei Godzilla. And pretty much it of the movie. Can't wait for it to come out. But yeah. Also, the reason why I didn't say the release date or the date for the movie, I should say, is because, the movie's not even out yet, so, yeah. Up in the movie timeline, Kong vs. Gigan. Kong vs. Gigan released in February 12th of 2024. Also, if some people do comment on the video saying, okay, so the release dates for the movie, are the same thing in the timeline, I believe that is true. Because I do remember in one conversation that me and Bop Productions had, one of the DC calls, he did say that IRL, days and stuff, kind of, there's some kind of word, but you know what I mean. But the events of this story is Gigan versus Kong. Yeah, there's not much known about this movie other than Kong fighting Gigan, but this time Kong has a metal hand. Again, I do apologize, I forgot the damn name. Oh my, I'll probably put the name up while editing the video because I'm reading a script and this. But anyway, let's just move on to the next movie in the timeline. Next up, Heisei versus Evolve Godzilla. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Evolve Godzilla versus Heisei Godzilla. Released in January 14th, 2024, and the events are taking place in the movie. Sorry about that, my mic bugged out. But anyways, once again, it is a brawling situation. I would say it is basically Evolve Godzilla versus Heisei Godzilla, and also again, Discord notification. My bad about that. But I believe it is Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is a sequel to what's it called? Legendary Godzilla versus Heisei Godzilla, which does make sense because it is an Evolved Godzilla, and this does take place futuristically in the timeline. But let's move on to the next movie, Godzilla and Kong versus Shimu versus Scar King, released on March 2nd, I believe. And the events of this story are basically it's the same thing as like what Bot Productions really did in the GDK battle. Shimu, not Shimu, sorry, Mechagodzilla. Wait, no, oh my god, god damn it. But yes, you know what I'm talking about. It's basically the actually big spoiler alerts because it's not even like a year yet. But spoiler for GXK. This is not how it ends for people who haven't watched it, but it's Bot Productions' own interpretation of the final battle for GXK, and that mostly the events is just Gigabash, basically Gigabash Kaiju brawling. So that's pretty much it. So let's continue. Next up, Evolve Godzilla versus Godzilla 2000. Evolve Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2000, released in March 11th of 2024. The events of this story is that Evolve Godzilla fights Godzilla 2000. Now, I'm not sure if this takes place in Hollow Earth because the same lightning, did I say that right? Same lightning was used in the Bot Productions' own interpretation for the GXK battle. And yes, I do know that the GXK, again, spoilers alert, big spoilers. I'm not even going to say that just so I don't have to get copyright, but people who know what happened down in the GXK final battle, you know. But, because there's like a one scene in the trailer, so I think I can say it. Actually, no, I think it's illegal, so I can't really say it. But again, people, if you've seen GXK, you know. People who haven't seen GXK, go see it if you can, or you can just watch it on TV once it's available. But basically, again, we say, and also apparently, Millennium Godzilla / Godzilla 2000 has a yellow beam. It's in the movie. He has an orange / fiery beam, but hey, it's only really my minor critique. Bro, why am I doing reviews instead of okay? But yeah, this is pretty much Godzilla versus Evolve Godzilla versus Godzilla 2000. Again, Evolve Godzilla surprisingly backs down from the battle, which is quite interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much the events of the story. But yeah, people, we're done with the video. Yippee, we did it, guys. Let's go. But this video was really fun to make though, and I am making a bit 2 more videos. So let me cook for a bit, and they'll probably upload it in the same day or tomorrow. Also, I'm not sure if I can say this or not, but all I can say is that Bot Production is cooking up some good stuff, good movies for y'all to enjoy. So be patient. Let the man cook, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I will go see y'all later. That's a horrible outtake for my outro. Okay, no, never mind. Here's the outro. Goodbye.